Happy Wednesday, beautiful souls. This is Shmama Hunting Owl with a new message for us for this week. I always start by thanking you all for liking, subscribing, sharing the videos here on YouTube, as well as the daily card reads on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as those of you who choose to support what I do here on Patreon. Thank you so much. And those of you who have reached out for sessions with me over the past, week or two, thank you all for being here and being present with me. Okay, holy fuck, you guys. I don't even know where to start. I guess I want to start by, apologizing that I didn't get a video out for the equinox and the full moon. But damn, I have been getting hit hard. Literally, like, the ups and the downs have been super intense for me. And I just couldn't do a video. Like, I had so much going on, and I was getting bombarded with life lessons and yeah, lots of life lessons, you guys, over the past 2 weeks, or a week and a half. I don't even know how long it's been. But so I want to start with, I guess, some of the little lessons that have come up for me in just seeing the lessons in the things that have happened. So first I want to share that I took a very expensive hit this past week in learning a lesson in patience. And I talk about this all the time, and generally I am a very patient person. However, on occasion I get a little bit wound up, shall we say. And I was in a big rush to get somewhere, and I was trying to be very, 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 very patient. And in not being patient, I got myself into sort of an expensive little lesson with my automobile this week. Yeah, and when it happened, I was just, oh my God, why the fuck is this happening? This is the last thing I need right now. I've got enough other crap going on, and now fuck, my car is wrecked, and what the fuck am I supposed to do, right? Like, holy crap. But needless to say, after I got done wallowing in the fuck me, this is the worst thing that could happen at this time, I sat with it, and I really had to explore why this happened for me. And, honestly and truthfully, it was a lesson in patience. I was having, at that moment, an issue being patient. I had some place I had to be, and I should have realized that exactly where I was where I needed to be, but I didn't. And yeah, so I learned a very expensive lesson in patience this week. I also learned some really important lessons about discernment and friendship, and really seeing clearly the people in my life who have my back and the people in my life who really don't have my back. And that was a huge lesson for me also this week, is to really start understanding that just because someone's in my world and they're spiritual and whatever doesn't necessarily mean that they've got my best interest at heart in the relationship that I think or thought we had. So I kind of wanted to just share that because, that's a constant for me, something that always comes up. And it's a lesson in truly learning that everyone doesn't have to be your best friend, and that, to really trust myself in what I feel energetically with people versus what I see on the 3D. As we know, our eyes can be very deceptive, but when we turn in, when we focus on what we really feel, the vibrations, the frequencies that we get, the energy we receive from other people, that's the thing that we have to trust. And I've learned a big lesson in that this week. The beautiful part that came out of that lesson also was the fact that even though I viewed certain people as my friends, and I mean like real friends, what I realized is although they really weren't necessarily there for me in the level I thought they were. They definitely were here to allow me to heal and experience some very powerful, powerful moments in myself, in being able to stand in my truth and my power and knowing who I am. So those were beautiful lessons. Like, I literally didn't let the fact that I knew that certain people came into my life for some things this past week, that they kind of came with cynical attitudes and kind of challenged me. And that forced me to step up and be the best me that I could be. And really helped me in seeing what it was I was there to do was a job, and hold space and provide service for people. And actually the whole experience turned out to the highest, best result that I could ever wish for. So I really did learn some very, very big lessons this week about myself, about other people, about the process that I myself have been going through. And honestly, none of this stuff has anything to do with my twin. It all has to do with me, my path, my mission, and what I'm doing. I also want to thank those of you who attended the Lunar Awakenings medicine ceremony, fire healing medicine ceremony on Saturday night that we had here at the house. My partner Sean and I, thank you all so much for being here. Anyone who is interested in coming down to South Florida for an overnight or a weekend ceremony to join us, check out our website, Lunar Awakenings. We are doing some amazing facilitating in helping you all with your healing and working with the plants and things like that. So so check out our Lunar Awakening site. It has all the dates from now till the end of the year on it that you can sign up for the ceremonies. Just be aware we are limited to 10 people a ceremony. So so you may want to, if you are interested in attending, to reserve your spots ahead of time because the spaces fill up pretty quickly. I think our next ceremony will be October 12th. Which will be just after the new moon in October. So so check that out, you guys. Okay, so this was the biggest, craziest thing, you guys, that happened. And this happened last night at about 4:30 in the afternoon. Well, actually, I want to back up a minute because since I didn't do the video about the equinox and the moon, the equinox was all about you know, the ending of a season, the starting of a new season, the new beginning, the harvest, us reaping what we have sown, and our abundance coming in as well as going out. You know, like, abundance is giving and receiving. You know, it's being full in the complete spectrum of fullness. So that was the harvest, okay? And with the moon, and what was it, in Aries, right? It's forcing us to release again some very, very deep-seated emotions, deep-seated patterns. And like I said, with me, I definitely lived it last week with the things that were coming up for me. Stuff, of course, that I thought I had done with. More pieces came up. So we are being pushed, and with the Aries energy, it's really sort of a forceful push, a fiery, aggressive, could be aggressive, but like almost sometimes impetuous race for the finish line to get through things, to power through, but with fury and fire. So we are being not only releasing things in that way, but our hearts are expanding in that way with great speed, great, like there's urgency in the matter, you know, like a wildfire spreads, it takes off. We have felt this kick to kind of take off. And it's a beautiful thing, okay? But be aware that it can come with some miscommunications because it spreads so quickly. So just, you know, be mindful of that stuff. Okay, during this time, we have been open to tremendous downloads and shifting of energy. As we've been talking about the past couple weeks, the masculine and the feminine are coming into alignment within ourselves, within each other, within the relationships. We are mirroring each other almost at the same exact levels. And we are expanding in those same areas. Our consciousness, we are raising our vibration together. So we have been getting these massive downloads. We are being upgraded. Our gifts, new gifts are coming in, as blessings, as literally presents, for what we have done. But so yes, this brings me into yesterday. So after the ceremony Saturday night, I took, a couple of days to kind of decompress and process for myself the things that were worked on in ceremony for myself as a facilitator, as well as with the participants that were there. And I had a lot of processing to do. And so I kind of like just laid low for a couple days, you guys. And I started to surface Monday night, the night of the moon. I went to a beautiful event at a dear friend's house, and it really just helped me step out of myself for a while. And actually, it was so amazing because I sat in a place where I was able to be supported fully. And I didn't have to be Shamama or Christine, intuitive to inflame person. I just got to be me. And I was able to receive, and it was amazing. And it really refilled myself and my energy. So lo and behold, this was Monday night. I then ended up coming home and doing my own ceremony for the moon because I had my own intentions and things I needed to take care of. And yesterday, I woke up feeling like much better, much more energized. Energized in the way that I felt balanced and healthy in my emotions, energized, but still physically very drained. My sleep has been completely ridiculous. Waking up for 3 hours in the middle of the night, not going back to sleep, sitting outside, staring at the moon. Like, it's just been nuts. But yesterday afternoon, I was called to literally like grab my singing bowl and start playing it. And it was about 4:30 yesterday afternoon. And I swear, I don't think this has ever happened to me before. And I mean, I've channeled messages before, but as I was playing the bowl, and it was loud, like, I don't know what was going on, but it was definitely intense. A complete like trance-like feeling came upon me, and I literally knew I was in my body, but didn't feel like I was in my body. And as I was playing and playing and playing, I started to chant and say things that were not in my own voice. But it wasn't like language, it was actually talking, but my voice was very different than it normally is. And I swear to you guys, I wish I could have hit the record button on my phone, but I literally could not take my hands off of the singing bowl. And they wouldn't let me. Like, I was not allowed to stop playing. And I played that bowl for a good, I don't know, it must have been 10 minutes. And finally, when I was able to stop and felt myself start to come back into my body, and I was like feeling like I could literally feel the vibration from the bowl transferring into my body and then like rippling and rippling out, out, around, above, below, like literally. So what does all this mean? Okay, and then I channeled a message that I was able to write down. It's not exactly the same message that I was chanting, but it was, what they gave me at the time when I was done. Now, this message ties into something I talked about probably about a year ago, give or take a little bit, about a year ago. And there was this question that came up about the divine masculines and the ones that may or may not awaken, or will they all awake, or how are they going to all awaken? And in that message back a year ago, the divine spirit showed me a fail-safe switch, like a homing beacon with like a switch that you flip. And that was going to be like the safety net of allowing the divine masculines all to awaken. And this is what was shown to me with what was happening yesterday. Hence the reason for this, the title of this video. You know, I think I'm going to do something about for the bell tolls, for whom the bell tolls, because the singing bowl that I was playing was actually sending out a vibration, is what I was told, to a segment of the divine masculine collective. I don't know if it was all of it. Literally, they showed me a portion of it that was awakening them from their slumber, that was setting off this homing beacon, this fail-safe switch. And so what they gave me to share with you guys is this: fully awaken, beloved divine masculine. You have seen your truth. You must act now. It is your time. Your truth is being spoken. The soul can no longer be suppressed. This is your final judgment, your call to arms. Beloved divine masculine, it is time to claim what is yours. Home is calling you. The vibration of the tones ends your slumber once and for all. Rise, beloved, rise in love. So I don't know, you guys. Like I said, this was something that I was called to do. I had no intentions of doing. It literally came over me, and this is what they showed me. They showed me that the sounds, that the vibration coming out of the bowl was literally rippling into the energetic fields of a portion of the divine masculine, calling them to awaken from their final slumber, calling them to arms. It is time to step forward. And I literally saw all of these divine masculine warriors, you know, gearing up for their final reveal. So it was really, really beautiful, you guys. And honestly, if anybody else experienced anything like this yesterday or in the last couple days, please, you know, send me a message, hit me up, because I was shocked that this even happened, you guys. And literally it was so beautiful to see them fully awake with these sparkle in their eyes, and knowing fully that they are now empowered to do what they need to do what their hearts, what their truths are telling them to do in their lives. So that was super beautiful, you guys. All right, so I did a full reading, and what did I use? I used the Santa Muerte Tarot. I used the Psychic Tarot Oracle, and I used my Tied in Knots Oracle cards by me, Shamama Hunting Owl. So if you guys want these, they are on my Etsy, in my Etsy store with the oils and the flower essences. All right, you guys. So underlying energy, and this totally makes sense, you guys, so don't freak out about this, is heartache and loss. Okay, so this energy that has come in with the moon and the releasing, and it has brought once again all of this sadness, this grief, these fears, these, you know, just all of it to the surface again. You know, maybe not in the way of being stuck in it, but it's definitely brought, you know, deeper feelings to the surface. You know, reviewing all of the things over again. Our heartaches, our heartbreaks, our pains. And this is not just in our relationship with our divine masculine, but this is in our lives as a whole. You know, where do we feel heartbreak? Where do we feel loss in our lives? You know, and needing to grieve those things again and let them go. So that's the underlying energy that we've kind of been sitting with. and moving through. And it's okay. It's normal. The moon is going to bring this up for us. It illuminates those dark hidden places where we hide our hurts, our pains. So we want those things to be brought to the surface. So this is beautiful. It's a beautiful way to start. Okay, so the Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine is, as I said, starting to really, come into their truth. They are, and all right, so let me start with, okay, I'm going to start with the Truth card. All right, because that's the card that came out for the Divine Masculine. Number 20, the Truth, they are seeing it. They are seeing the spiritual guidance. They are looking at what is real. What is out this window is what is real. The messages that Spirit are bringing to them, that is their truth. They are discovering what it means to be standing in their truth. Okay? So, Divine Masculines, yay you. They're feeling confident and powerful in this. And I'm kind of looking at the card, you guys, because I don't know what that thing is in front of him. I don't know if you guys can see, right? But it kind of looks like a bowl. And he kind of has like a stick that looks to me like it's kind of in the bowl. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of like, reminds me of like what I was doing with the singing bowl. And it's like, they know their truth. And the singing bowl actually that I was using was actually the throat chakra bowl. Now that I'm thinking about it, because it's blue and it matches, like they're showing me, like, God, Christine, think about this. It matches the background in this picture, and the reading, the message I got talks about them waking and speaking their truth. Their time is here. Well, they know this now. Like, this has been activated in them now. So what's happening for the Divine Masculine? Okay, wait, I'm going to skip around with the cards a little bit. So what the Divine Masculine has realized in this truth, okay, is that all that glitters isn't gold, okay? All of the things that they thought were important to them, that they worked and have worked so hard for, they're not doing it for them, okay? Everything that they thought would bring them joy and happiness and prosperity, they're seeing isn't really true gold, okay? They've also realized that in this truth, that indecision, their lack of making a decision, their indecision is, in fact, a decision. And they are looking back and realizing that all the times that they didn't speak their truth and they just kind of let things slide or let things go being unsaid, was sending a message, as to where they stood. And that, sometimes when you tell somebody, oh, okay, whatever, or you just acknowledge whatever's going on without sharing your piece, it sometimes makes it look like you're okay with what's happening. And I don't know if this is making sense, but like what they're showing me is, like, let's say you get into a fight with somebody, an argument, okay? And, and you say, okay, well, fine then. Whatever. Okay, fine. Now, you really don't feel fine about it, right? But because you are deciding not to speak your truth, and you're just kind of going along with whatever, that person who you're arguing with then thinks that you are fine with what's happening. So these are like, you have to decide to commit to something, to yourself, all right? And make that decision, because if you don't make the decision to speak your truth and commit to yourself, then that is a decision. And then, people misunderstand and all of these things fall by the wayside. So, so those are the things, and what's interesting, you guys, and these are from my deck that I did the Tied in Knots Oracle, but I just realized, like, they're all different colors, the cards, right? I got like all these different colors, and the Divine Masculine got both cards that are in the deep purple, And this deep purple is like screaming at me with the truth card, because I don't know if you guys can see, but like there's all this purple in the truth card, right? So this is that crown chakra, that higher guidance, that violet light coming in and really illuminating what is true for the divine masculine right now. So that's just a little aside, sorry, that I just noticed as, you know, as I'm doing the reading for you guys. The next card for the divine masculine is firm foundation. Okay? So they are really working on becoming stable. Okay? Really building, you know, like building their backbone, you know, stability in stepping forward and being able to move mountains, okay, with their truth. But first they've got to feel firm in their foundation, okay? So this is a lot of root chakra going on for them right now. And what I've also noticed over the past like 24, 48 hours is a massive Kundalini awakening again. Like another big explosion of Kundalini energy coming in. You know, and that's starting at your base chakra and expanding. So I love that the divine masculine has the base chakra card, you know, this root, building a stable foundation of security and stability, building like a mountain, solid as a rock. And then they also have all of this violet, higher divine energy coming in. So that's like the Kundalini rising all the way from the root chakra straight out through the crown chakra for the divine masculine. So that's so beautiful. All right, the last card we have for the divine masculine is the Love Begins card. I think we had this in the last reading, right, guys? I'm pretty sure. And again, this is what they are working toward. This is what they want. This is the new beginning. They want rainbows. They want to share in the emotions that they have, the love that they have. They want the river to run free, and they want to pour their love out, shared with their counterpart, okay? So this is a beautiful new beginning that the masculine really, really is striving for, okay? Next, divine feminine. All right, so where am I going to start? I'm going to start with this because we got this card last week for the divine feminine, this discontentment and boredom, okay? A lot of the divine feminines are just bored, tired of the twin flame part of this journey. That is not to say that they are giving up on it. That's not to say that they are, you know, necessarily done with it. But they're not focusing on it. They're bored with those details. They're bored. They know their truth. They know their masculine's doing whatever they're supposed to be doing. They know they'll come back whenever. They don't even want to fucking focus on that shit anymore. Like, it is what it is. And they're bored. They're bored with that. So they're turning away, in a sense, from focusing, like I said last week. They don't want to focus on their masculine anymore, okay? The divine feminine have bigger other things right now that need their attention. So they are moving on. Not moving on necessarily from their twin, but they are letting go of that attachment and moving forward. Because the light is calling them. The divine feminine know they have things to do in their physical world, that there are beautiful things coming, and they have to take action, okay? They can't just sit and be bored and wait anymore. They have to build what they need to build. They need to step forward in their power and move forward. No matter what is going on with their masculine, the feminine needs to keep moving on and moving forward. Now, divine feminine, the two cards that you got from the oracle is, don't get caught up in the stories of your past. So I feel like for the divine feminine, this moon energy triggering all of this heartache and loss and sadness and blah, 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 blah that's coming up, you want to be reminded, okay? The stories of your past are not who you are. They do not define you. They are experiences that have helped you grow, nothing more. Lessons learned. They do not define who you are. So do not get caught up in, well, my relationship with my twin used to be like this, so it's probably always going to be like that, or he's never going to change, or any of those things. Those are stories of your past. That is not what you want to take forward into this new beginning of love that is coming forth for you, okay? You don't want to take these with you. So don't get stuck there. The Divine Feminine also got divine timing is at work, okay? And again, I want to just point out that the Divine Feminine got 2 yellow cards. Yellow, solar plex chakra, right? So this is, the Divine Feminine recognizing, okay, it's been a little rocky this last week, last few days, whatever, but I have to keep moving. I have to do what I'm called here to do. I know everything's okay in my twin relationship. I have faith. I know divine timing is at work. All is good. All is secure. I need to move forward and focus on my light and what my mission is. Walking into this light and doing what you need to do. And what's beautiful is the Divine Feminine got a number 1 card, is her last card also, which is triumphant success. Okay, this is coming out of the ground, raising your sword. And again, we've got lots of purple. Raising your sword to the heavens, being triumphant, finally getting out from being buried, right? Penetrating the earth from being buried and being like, I'm rising. I am rising. I am going to be successful no matter what. No matter how much heartache and loss, no matter how much past shit I've been through, right? No matter how over the twin flame process that we are triumphant because we are working forward, working through, really feeling that spiritual guidance, that connection to our higher selves, to our guides, to all that help guide us. Okay, so the last 2 cards, you guys, and I love this. These are the cards for union. This is the 7 of Cups. And this 7 of Cups is super cool. And I don't know how well you guys can see this. So I'm going to kind of hold it a little closer. And usually the 7 of Cups is about confusion. This 7 of Cups, I do not get that energy at all. Okay? If you can see, we've got the dude here, and he's got 1 cup. And that cup is growing, a beautiful plant. All the other cups in the cupboard, they're dry. They got nothing going on in them. They don't even have any dirt. They got nothing planted. But this is the cup, okay? So the union card, this union card stands for choosing the full cup, okay? We are choosing the cup that is full, the cup of the seeds that we have planted that are now growing. We're not wasting our time on any empty cups right now, okay? We are taking what we have been growing, okay, and embracing that. We are not confused and distracted by everything else going on. We have one focus and one focus only right now. And this is on this beautiful blooming energy in the 1 cup we are holding, okay? And the last card for the union. And actually I love this because they're just showing me all the hearts on these cups. There's a heart up here at the top of the little armoire, and all the little skulls, eyeballs are hearts. And so it's all about love, you guys. It's all about love. And again, there's tons of blue in this card. The truth. Speaking the truth in love. The seeds that you have planted, right? They're growing. This is what the harvest is about. This is what this time of the year is about for us, is harvesting what we've grown, okay? And the last card, you guys, for union is the 9, wishes fulfilled. Wishes fulfilled. Fulfillment of wishes, right? Equally balanced on each side. Being able to stand on top of everything. This is the abundance. Here's the treasure chest. Everything that you want. This is the true glittering gold, you guys. Okay? These are our wishes, our highest, most divine wishes of love and abundance coming through for us. Okay? And I just love, it's got, we've got the 2 waterfalls coming into 1, right? This is our union. This is the wishes fulfilled. So, what else do I want to say? Do I want to say anything else? I think that's kind of a good place to kind of end this. I do want to say that I've been kind of shown that the next month or so, it's going to be super intense, you guys. There are a lot of twins that are going to be coming into union. There's a lot of divine masculines reaching out. I'm not saying they're all reaching out. So please know that this message is for a group, okay? Like I said, it's the warriors, and we're all different roles on this twin flame journey. You know, some of us are warriors, some of us are this, some of us are that. Like, we are all different roles on this journey. And they really showed me that the warriors of the divine masculine, the divine feminine warrior counterparts, are the ones that are really being activated by this call right now to awaken fully and to come into their truthful path and to come home. Their homing beacons are going off, but this is going to create a lot of intensity for the collective over the next month. Because as we know, with great changes and great shifts in energy, there's a lot of change, and with change, people don't always do well with change. And with the Aries energy, it's that things can feel a little impulsive and a little fast, and you just want to make sure, you guys, that you stay grounded, really firmly grounded, all of us. You know, don't be shaken by what's happening, okay? Don't be shaken by what you see. Just follow your heart. And I want to kind of tie this into, for those of you who follow on the card of the day, because they're just reminding me, the card of today, I don't even remember what it was. Crap, it was the Knight of Pentacles, I think. And the Knight of Pentacles was from the sexual, the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And I want you guys to check it out, but what was really important, and I don't know if I accurately explained in the little blurb, but what was important in that card was not just the offering, but that the divine feminine was continuing to walk her path, and the masculine was catching up and bringing this offering. She didn't stop moving. She was accepting the offering, and they were continuing together. So many of the divine feminine, when their masculine comes back into the world, lose their fucking shit. And what I mean by that is, I mean, like, turn into kind of like these middle school, high school, love-struck girls who forget about everything else going on around them and solely pour their energy into their masculine. And part of the message that today's card brings is really, you've got to not do that. You have divine feminine, very important things that you are moving on to in your mission that you really need to succeed with. And just because you're masculine, you hear from them, they come back, that does not mean, yes, you make a space in your life for them, but that doesn't mean you drop your life for them. And that's really, really important. And I can't emphasize it enough. Please continue, divine feminine, with your process, your work. You know, the reason your masculine is presenting themselves is because you are standing solid and powerful in what you are doing. And that's allowing them to come in to stand powerful alongside of you, not so you can drop your ball and just run to them completely. All right, guys, so check out my Etsy shop, please. Etsy.com, shop Shamama Hunting Owl. For my oracle decks, my oils, all the yummy stuff that I've been making for you guys. If you need sessions, you know how to reach me. I'm also on Instago if you just need a quick question answered. All the information is in the box. If you choose to support me on Patreon, I greatly appreciate it. I do put out twice a month some extra little goodies for you guys, as well as I do a free 15-minute reading for someone who supports me at a certain level. I pick someone from that, and I'll actually be choosing that right around the 1st of the month. So so good luck to all you guys who choose to support me on there. And that's it, you guys. So I'm sending you all so much love and light. Gratitude and blessings, always, beautiful souls. I love you guys so fucking much. I just love you guys. And I will see you soon. Have a great week. Mwah. Bye-bye.